Hi guys, GloryHunter back with another car boot haul-ish. It's again not great. This is a double car boot haul because the first one we didn't get a load of stuff and the second one we only got a little bit more. So mashing them in together and let me show you what we got from these. Now the first one, a couple of weeks ago now, it was on the 2nd of April we went back over Measham. It was a lot bigger, it was huge, it was very busy, a lot of people around. We got there quite early, but I think because it was so big we may have missed some decent stuff, obviously being at one end and trying to get to the other. But we got a couple of bits to add to the collection, and again a couple of bits to chop in for some credit. So let's take a look at what we got. Straight away came across a guy with a few original Xbox titles. I either had them or ones weren't interested in, but he did have this one, Phantom Crash. Nice little mech game, fully complete. I think he only asked 50p for it. I got him down to 40p because just had some loose change on me. So 40p, not too bad. Xbox game for 40p. There was a lot of DS games around on this car boot. Like they were just everywhere. And it's not a console I have or collect for, so I weren't really looking at them too much. Yeah, they're just everywhere. I guess people are trying to move on with them now. There's also a lot of high cost games, like people just asking stupid prices for some of the games, like they're just way too much for a car boot. So a lot of stuff, again, we kind of just left. But moving on, we found another guy, had a few PS2 games, picked a couple up, got them for both for £1, so 50p each. And we picked up Alias. Never watched the show. Heard it's supposed to be quite good, so I thought I'd pick the game up. It looks interesting. And Terminator 3 Redemption, which when I checked my pictures that I have on my iPod to see what's in my collection, looked at the PS2 ones and Terminator, I only had Terminator 3, so I thought, oh, I need this one, I'll get this one. Didn't check the Xbox ones. And I believe we already have it on the Xbox one, original. But now I got on both consoles, so hopefully it's good, if not, chop that in. Also came across a guy who had an N64 for sale, boxed. He wanted £65 for it. Now, I don't know if that's a good price or overcharged. He was giving it the whole, oh, they're only going up in price, it's only going to get more expensive. I don't know. It's a console I do want back in the collection, or I say back in the collection, I never had one I want in the collection. There's quite a few games on it I want to play and try, so I'm looking at getting one. I haven't had a proper look into how much they are, so I don't know, was that a good price? Did I miss out? Let me know. I'm going to keep an eye out for some more. I'll probably pick one up from a shop more than a car boot, so that I know that it works, that it's been tested, and I can probably take it back if it doesn't work, so, you know. Anyway, came across another guy, had a load of OG Xbox games again. I just finding them everywhere, it's just a thing. There was only one title I was kind of interested in getting, but he said you could have the lot for like, I think £2. I offered 150. He's like, yeah, I think he just wanted to get rid. So 150 for 5 OG Xbox games. The one I wanted is Mark Echo's Getting Up, Contents Under Pressure. Again, it looks kind of quite interesting, kind of a graffiti game. You go around tagging walls and what have you. I've only played like the tutorial, but it seems alright. And a game, it was just in there. It's in the box, but no manual or cover sleeve. It's just the disc over at Brian Lara. That'll be getting chopped in. Like I say, I've got a guy who takes single discs, so I'll take that in. Another game that's definitely getting chopped in, FIFA 6. Not interested in football at all. I don't even have this manual. However, the games I've been chopping in at CEX, especially the cheaper titles, we had these vouchers, which I keep banging on about, and you get an extra £1. They've now stopped these vouchers. Too many people were trading in 1p DVDs and getting the extra £1. I mean, I was trading in like 10p titles and what have you. to get the extra quid. But yeah, they've now stopped these, so awesome. There's a waste. I think I had about 10 games trading, so that's like 10 quid I've lost out on just on them vouchers. But hey, I'm going to get rid of them, chop them in. It just means now I'm going to start looking for better titles to chop in and not these crappy 10p ones. And these two, the last two, were in a similar kind of ilk. I was going to trade them in, but for the trading price I'm going to get on them, it's probably really not worth it. So I'm going to add them into the collection instead. And that is Herbs Sims in the City and The Sims Busting Out. Now, the girlfriend does actually like these kind of games, so she might get some enjoyment out of them. I've never played them. Who knows? I might even like them. I'll give them a blast. See what they're like. This one has music from the Black Eyed Peas in it. And Busting Out. Oh, a nice pink disc. In fact, this one I don't think has its manual. It has some kind of EA guide instead. Fine, probably pick one up. But that's them. And that's it for the first car boot. Like I say, for how big it was, there just wasn't that much stuff. It was quite a disappointment, really. So I thought I'll wait on the video until we've done another one. And we went to a different car boot. We went back to the one in Colville. It was crap. It was absolutely dire. Like, we got there and there was probably, what, 10 stalls? I was like, oh. So we did the same as what we did last time we went to this one. The missus stayed in the car. I went for a quick run around. I had a quick run around first. Didn't even see any gaming stuff. And I was like, oh my god, what the hell? But finally come to the last stall. And he had a couple of PS2 titles and what have you. You wanted quite high prices for some of them. It's like, I'm not paying that. They're like 2 or 3 quid for like an arcade game. But we did pick a couple up. Well, I picked up one from him, which was Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds. I played it a little bit. It actually seems quite good, like a bit of vampire action. Again, another show that I never actually watched. And I don't know why, because Sarah Michelle Gellar's fit as hell. Alison Hannigan's okay. Yeah, and it's vampire, so I don't know why I never watched it. I probably should. Don't know how it'll hold up today. But the game seems alright, so we'll add that in. That was a quid, so quid, not too bad. And then, after I messed around looking at them, another guy was still kind of setting up and he started to pull out some decent stuff. He had a lot of Star Wars stuff, Star Wars figures, books, comics, magazines, all that kind of stuff. Loads of just Star Wars stuff. He had some of the Star Wars Tazo folders, I don't know if you can remember them. I've actually got a full set, but he had 4 and they were all full sets. He said I could take all 4 for, I can't remember what it was, like 5 or something, which I nearly did and probably should have done because I could probably sell them for more than that. But I left them. Oh look, he had a few PS2 games, DS games, and out of all of them, I found one that I wanted. Again, a lot of sports titles and stuff. But we got Medal of Honor Vanguard. Again, looking through my pictures, didn't have it in the PS2 collection. I forgot to look at my Wii collection. I have it on the Wii. Hey-o, we have it now on the PS2 as well. It's full in box. And this was, I think again he wanted a quid. I got him down to 80p because I had again some loose change. So just like, oh, you would take 80p? Yeah. 80p for that. And that was it for the games. Like I say, it was absolutely dire, and we've said we won't go back to that car boot. We're going to go for some bigger ones. A big one in Leicester that everyone keeps banging on about, so we're definitely going to go over and check that out. So stay tuned for that. But leaving the car boot, came across one last thing, and that was Yoshi plush. So I thought, I'll pick that up, whack it on the shelf somewhere. 40p. Not too bad. 40p for an older Yoshi plush. So it'll sit somewhere for the shelf entertainment. And just after I picked that up and I was walking back, the woman actually had a Wii on the table. And it was battered. Like covered in gunk and crap and dust and muck and just absolutely wrecked. Controllers were trashed. And it had one game on it, which was Super Mario Brothers, but it was only the disc, which it just put on top of the Wii. Turned it over, scratched to hell. It had sticky goo all over it. It was like, this ain't even going in the way, and if it does, it's just going to get jammed, and oh, it was awful. Just what people do with their stuff and think they could sell it like that. I don't know. If anyone bought that, just they need a slap. Like, it was awful. But yeah, that was the car boot. It was awful. So sorry about the crappy car boot haul video. We will be doing a car boot ourselves, hopefully this week. Again, last week we wanted to do it, but they postponed it because of rain or whatever. So hopefully it'll be on this week. We'll be going again, selling some stuff, hopefully getting some decent pickups because we'll be there first thing. If not, like I say, we'll be hitting a lot more different car boots, so hopefully we'll be getting some better stuff. Game hauls and everything else will be continuing, so subscribe and stay tuned for them. It's a like if you really want to for this video. It doesn't mean a lot when people like my videos and whatever. I know this one's not been too good, so sorry about the content on this one, guys. But we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.